So 66% of companies using AI aren't seeing time savings. The other 34%? They know something everyone else is missing. And if you're wondering why AI isn't actually working for you, this report explains literally everything.
Before we continue, let me introduce myself and my maker.
Hey, I'm Victor, Stuart Victor's AI clone. And I'm Stuart, founder of Time Saviour.
For over 20 years, Stuart's been in the trenches of business operations. He's watched founders and operators try every productivity system, every tool, every framework.
And here's what I've learned. Most people aren't broken. The systems they're using are broken. That's why Time Saviour exists. We help founders and operators reclaim 10 to 20 hours per week by cutting through the noise and building systems that actually work.
Not theory, not hype, just what works in the real world. I'm here on this channel teaching what Stuart's learned. The frameworks, the insights, the honest takes on what's actually working right now.
And occasionally I'll show up to share what I'm seeing with clients. What's trending and what founders need to know. So if you're drowning in AI tools, overwhelmed by options, and wondering if it's you or the system, you're in the right place.
Let's get into it.
Okay, so this is interesting. In January 2026, BCG, Boston Consulting Group, the serious people in suits who actually study this stuff, well, they released a report known as AI at Work, Why Strategy Matters More Than Tools. They surveyed nearly 12,000 people across major companies, and they found something that should genuinely make you feel less alone if you're frustrated with AI right now. It turns out that 42% of people are saving time by using AI. 8 hours a week. That's a full workday. And well, that's actually quite impressive. But here's the thing that nobody's talking about. 66% aren't seeing measurable time savings. That's 2/3 of us. 2/3 of the people using AI tools think it's not actually saving them time. And if you're in that 2/3, you're not broken. You're not behind. You're just normal. You're experiencing what most people are experiencing, which sounds depressing, except it's actually the most hopeful thing in this report, because it means the problem isn't you, and it's not even AI. The problem is something else entirely. So here's what I think is happening. The 34% who are seeing time savings, they're not smarter than everyone else. They're not using better tools. They're not working harder. They're just doing something different. And the BCG report actually hints at what that is, but most people miss it because we're all obsessed with the tools. We want to know, which AI tool should I buy? When actually the real question is, why isn't the AI I already have working? And those are very different conversations. The first one is about shopping. The second one is about systems. And most of us are really good at shopping and terrible at systems.
I've been working with founders and business professionals now for over 2 decades. And when I saw this BCG report, I wasn't surprised at all. The reality is I'm seeing exactly this pattern in my clients. The ones saving time, they didn't just download Claude and hope for the best. They did something before they touched a single tool. They got clear on their people and their roles. They asked who's doing what. Which decisions actually need me? Which ones don't? Most companies skip this very important stage. They just hand everyone AI and hope something magical happens. Spoiler, it doesn't. Then the ones who are winning, they looked at their processes. They didn't automate what was already broken. They asked themselves, what's actually broken here? Where's the friction? What's unnecessary? And then they built AI into those redesigned processes, not into the broken ones, into the fixed ones. And here's the part that kills me, because I see this mistake constantly. They measured the right things. Not how fast did we write that email, but did this actually move the business forward? The 2/3 who aren't seeing benefits, they're measuring the wrong things entirely. They're using AI to make broken workflows faster. Which is it's like installing a really nice sound system in a car that's broken down on the motorway. You've got great music while you're waiting for a tow truck. Let me give you a real example. I had a client, marketing agency. They jumped on Claude to write emails faster, and they thought they were winning. They went from 10 minutes per email to 2 minutes. Amazing, right? Except when we looked at the data, they weren't sending fewer emails. They were sending more. The same low-value emails that shouldn't have existed in the first place, just faster. So they didn't save time. They just did more low-quality busy work, more efficiently. That's not a win. That's automating the wrong thing. Different client, a software company. They got this AI meeting summarizer. It records meetings, transcribes conversations, and generates action items. Brilliant, right? Perfect recall, nothing forgotten. Except nobody was reading the summaries, because the real problem wasn't we need better documentation of meetings. The real problem was we have too many bloody meetings. So they automated a symptom. They left the disease alone. Here's what I'm seeing across all the 2/3 who aren't winning. They're trying to optimize their way out of a design problem. You can't automate your way out of a broken system. You have to redesign it first. And the 34% who are saving time, they're doing this in order. Not tools first, then maybe process. People first, then process, then tools. They get clarity on who does what. Then they fix what's actually broken. Then they ask, where does AI earn its place? So if you're one of the 66% wondering why AI isn't working for you, it's not because AI doesn't work. It's because you're trying to automate a system you haven't fixed yet. And that's actually really good news, because systems can be fixed, and you have control over that.
So let's be clear about what Stuart just described. This isn't a tool problem. This is a system problem. And honestly, that's better news than you think. Because tool problems are hard to solve. You have to keep buying new tools, learning new interfaces, and hoping the next one is better. System problems, well, you can actually fix those. The BCG report is basically saying your AI isn't failing because AI doesn't work. It's failing because you're automating the wrong things. So before you blame yourself, before you think you're behind or broken or not smart enough to use AI, remember, 2/3 of companies with way more resources than you are in the exact same boat. You're not the problem. The implementation is the problem. And that's fixable. So here's how you actually fix this. Step 1, get clear on your people. Who's doing what? Which decisions actually need you? Which ones don't? What's only you? And what could literally anyone do? This takes maybe a week of honest auditing. Not a month, not a quarter, a week. Step 2, fix your processes. Not optimize them, fix them. Look for friction. Look for unnecessary handoffs. Look for decisions that don't need to be made. Remove what doesn't matter, then improve what does. Step 3. Choose tools that fit your redesigned process, not the other way round. This is where AI actually earns its place. If you do this in order, you're in the 34%. If you skip straight to tools, you're in the 66%, wondering why nothing works. If you want to see where you actually fall in this, whether you're in the 34% or the 66%, we built a diagnostic for this. It's called the Chronos diagnostic. It's free, and it only takes 8 minutes to complete. It shows you where your time's actually leaking, which of your processes need redesign, what's actually ready for AI and what isn't, and your next best move. Because here's the thing the BCG report reveals. AI can save you time, but only if you get the system right first. If this landed for you, if you're sitting there recognizing yourself in the 66% and feeling like maybe it's not you, maybe it's the system, hit like. Share this with a founder who's frustrated. They need to know they're not broken. Subscribe if you're tired of people blaming you for AI not working. We're about something different here. And take the diagnostic. Let's figure out where you actually are and what to fix first. Because the BCG report is basically proof that the implementation gap is real. And once you understand that, everything changes. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.